Hey, what's up everybody? This is Leroy and welcome to my channel 40 and Broke, where we're all about getting out of debt, saving, investing, and getting our finances under control so we can live the life we've always dreamed of, because that's what it's all about, living the life we've always dreamed of. So what I wanted to do this week, it's my weekly check-in, and I've been doing the likes for the emergency fund, however many likes we get. I was going to add it to my emergency fund, so I figured I would do my monthly budget and the likes video all on one. So once again, however many likes this video gets, I'm going to add that amount to my emergency fund. So before we start, I just want to say, let me change this a little bit. We're off a little bit there. Oh, there we go. So last week, the video got 47 likes. So that beat the week before that by 2 likes. So, hey, we're on an upward trend. Now, we'll see what this video can get. And we're going to draw that card again, see what we got. Looks like we got an 8. So we keep drawing. So we got 47 plus 8. And a king. So 8 and 15, that's 23. So that's $70 going into my emergency fund. Sweet. That's all because of you guys. Hey, thumbs up on that. So one of the things I'm doing a little different this week is Kat at the Fittish Budgeter. She made a comment that she'd find it interesting to see what my spending triggers were, and she'd like to see me what do you call it? Oh, sorry, I'm having complete brain freeze here. She wanted to see me track my expenses, so that's what I've been doing. I've been tracking my expenses. So for the first week of August, you'll see we got my mortgage. Now, I put some of that stuff in here, and I got my mortgage, Hulu. I got paid on Friday. I sent the wife $800. I put $100 on the lawnmower. I set aside $50 for gas, like usual. Roof came out. Actually, that's still pending, but it will come out. So, however, for this first week here, see right there, $126.43 in non-budgeted items. That's what I spent on stuff that was not budgeted for, or not budgeted in my account. So, like, on Sunday, I spent $24.35 at Harbor Freight. However, I don't count that because that come out of my farm account. So anything that's in my farm account will be, it's a business expense, so it's deducted, so I don't count that. But that day, we went to Taco Bell for $13.16. The second, Monday, I got gas for $34. The third, all I had was another farm expense. The fourth, farm expense, and I bought pizza, so that was a non-budgeted item, just like Taco Bell. So Taco Bell and pizza so far was a non-budgeted item, so $32.50 for the pizza. And then August 5th and August 6th, no spends. Woohoo! I'm liking that. Now, the 7th, things got crazy. So I had to go to Mount Pleasant. I had 2 orders that were farm related, and I'm going to have a lot of farm related expenses this month because we have fair. Fair starts the 15th here and goes all the way through to the 21st, 22nd. So I'm going to have a lot of expenses for fair. So basically $65 today expenses in fair. I bought $57.77 in groceries, just because I bought a handful of things we needed. Usually I send the money to the wife for groceries, but I just took it out of my account this time, and that way she can save her money for when we go to fair. And then for dinner, I didn't pull anything out today like a bonehead, so I bought us Bombers for $23. So there you go, Kat. You can see what my spending triggers are. Food. I am quick to say, let's just go buy something. So that's one thing I need to work on. I do try to work on it. You know, there's lots of days where I was like, I'll buy us something. We'll be good. But 3 times last week, we went out to eat. But that's, once or twice is probably average. I do need to do a better job budgeting. And I tell you what, I've been watching all these cash stuffing budgets or videos, and the way they budget, they do that zero-based budget. It really, I think I'm going to buckle down a little more, and I'm going to start really budgeting my money just a little better. So I don't do a zero-based budget. Maybe I should start doing something that's a little more akin to a zero-based budget, so that way I'm not like, oof, you know, did not see that coming. But the first thing I usually do, like when I get paid, I put half the money aside for my mortgage, half the money aside for my insurance, half the money aside for my roof. You know, I start putting money aside. So I did bump up my M1 from 40 to 50. Now here's the things over here. Emergency fund. This challenge and the cards, that's awesome. Like I said, there's going to be another $70 going to that. But what you see there? See that $31.34? That's because I had an unexpected expense come up. The daughter moved into an apartment for college, and she needed a mattress because the mattress she had was not a good one, and we'd have had to get a mattress anyways. So it kind of came up as an expense. So it was like $350. I just threw it on my credit card, and then just paid it right off. So I took $300 right out of my emergency fund. So that knocked my emergency fund down. And then I, had some roundups, that I do. I round out at the end of the day to the nearest 0 or the nearest 5. So it ended up adding $4.10 to my emergency fund. So there's $31.34. But I'll have that 70 going on there as soon as I'm done with this video. And that'll put it up to $101.34. So that's not bad. Propane's at $50.86. I got to set aside some money for that. Still waiting on my taxes. It's crazy. So they're going to be paying me all kinds of interest on that. Because I like to prepay my propane, and I spend about $1,000 on propane, $1,500, and I like to prepay it so I get a deal. Beef's still at $706.88. Holidays are at $139. I added some money to that because it was at $91.98, so I added $41. Fair is at $145.20, but like I said, fair's coming up next week. I added another $55 to that, I think, and bumped it up to $200. Plus, I sold a old junk lawnmower that we had for $150. So I'm putting that $150 towards fair. Miscellaneous $21.77. Mortgage is down to $66,872 and 75 cents, which it took off $144.32. I really can't wait to start knocking out that. Lawnmower is at $12.50 because I just put a $100 made a $100 payment on that today. Credit card is at $48.27. I think it's a little different. That's real weird right now because I've been putting a lot of stuff on my credit card, but then automatically paying it off. So whatever the balance is, it's just bouncing all over crazy. But I always put a little more than I spend on the credit card, so it eats a little more and more and more away. Jeep's at $53.37.90. So the wife knocked off $201.86 on that. The roof is under $14,000 at $13,699.45. And found money. I think it was Nija over at Budgeting the Bacon. She does, I think it's her that does this thing called Found Money, where she's like change on the ground or stuff like that. So I figured, hey, I find change all the time, so I'm gonna add that to my my stuff here. So I found 38 cents. That's what I found lying on the ground in the month of July. So basically this is it. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down, I guess, Erin over at Erin Twibbles around Aimlessly. She was telling me that I really need to track my net worth, and Mommy Trader's been telling me the same thing. You know, they're like, hey, it only takes a minute, get it done while you procrastinating. So I think I'm gonna sit down tonight and I'm gonna start looking at my my net worth and try to slowly figure that out. So maybe I'll end up doing a video on that. So, but hey, there it is. I mean, sometimes there's my budget. Sometimes it feels like I take one step forward and get knocked back 2 steps. But you know what? Hey, that's life, and I just keep plugging forward, and that's all we can do. It's all you people that you look at it and say, man, I'm not making as much as you. You know, there were times when I first started out and I didn't have nothing. I wasn't making jack. I've worked my way up, so that's always a good thing. But hey, I'm starting to ramble on. So, all right, everybody. Once again, give me a big like for that, boom, emergency fund right there, and for the YouTube algorithm, but more for the emergency fund. See, 3134, got to get that back up. Not looking good. So, let's give me a like. Let's beat that 47 like from last week. I know we can beat that. So, all right, everybody. I'm going to leave the description to everybody's channel that I was talking about down below. So, thanks to Kat over at the Fittish Budgeter. The Fittish Budgeter. Say that 3 times quick. Whew. But, for making me want to track my expenses, and there you go. You've already seen week 1. You see what my triggers are. It's food. Fatty needs some sustenance. Watching you work out on your vlog, I really gotta start working out again, especially if I want to do a Spartan dash, So, all right, everybody. I'm rambling on again. So, all right, give me that big thumbs up for the emergency fund and that YouTube algorithm. Thanks for sticking around to the end here, and all right, y'all have a good evening.